The federal government is already among the largest holders of Bitcoin, as you know. Really one of the largest holders in the world, with as many as 200,000 Bitcoin obtained via civil law and various other forms of law, and including enforcement actions. These existing holdings will form the foundation of the new reserve. Unfortunately, in recent years, the U.S. government has foolishly sold tens of thousands of additional Bitcoin that were worth billions and billions of dollars had they not sold them, but they did sell them, mostly during the Biden administration. Not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell knows, right? Who knows? Who knows? But so far, it's been right. And well, let's keep it that way. The Treasury and Commerce Departments will also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings for the reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers. In addition, my order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine how they can be transferred easily to the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new U.S. digital asset stockpile where they will be managed properly. My administration also is working to end the federal bureaucracy's war on crypto, which was really going on pretty wildly during Biden until the election came about. About 5 months before the election, he became a big fan because he heard how many people were in favor of it and how many people love it and respect it. But I guess it didn't work out too well for him. People understood what was going on and paved the way for groundbreaking innovations in institutional finance. Under the Bitcoin administration, regulators strong-armed banks. I mean, they really did. They strong-armed banks into closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponized government against the entire industry. But I know that feeling also. Maybe better than you do. All of that will soon be over, and we are ending Operation Choke Point 2.0. Now, some people really suffered. It was ridiculous what they were doing. But in the end, they came around, but they came around for the wrong reasons. They came around only because they wanted votes, and they saw that tens of millions of people were against them because of what they were doing. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and the digital assets market. They're working very hard on that. This is a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and innovation in our financial sector, and will really go a long way. I think it's going to be a tremendous, we feel like pioneers in a way, of tremendous method of growth. And things are very much tied, and we want to keep it that way. The U.S. dollar, long into the future, we're going to keep it that way. I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August recess if they can. And they're very much working with you, and you know a lot of them, and a lot of them were committed right from the very beginning. So I just want to congratulate you all for being at the White House today, and a man who knows more about Bitcoin and AI and just about everything else than anybody, David Saxton. I'd like to have you say a few words, David.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're all here today because of your leadership, your vision, and your generosity, and I really want to thank you for that. We're also here because of your desire to make America great and to introduce a golden age in America, including for digital assets. And we're here because of your love of innovators, or as you might say, high IQ people. Yeah, we know you love high IQ people. And we have about 30 of them here in the room today. These are the top people in the digital asset industry. And one other thing that I think that you love is legal fairness. This is an industry that was subjected to prosecution and persecution for the last 4 years, horrible lawfare, and nobody knows what that feels like better than you do. So we really appreciate the fact that you understand legal fairness and that you're always willing to fight for the right thing, for legal fairness. You never back down. You stand defiant, even in the face of an assassin's bullet. It's an inspiration to everyone in this room, I think. So it's an honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I just want to say it's an honor to work for you. It's an honor to work for a president who works every day to get so much done on behalf of the American people. Your administration is moving at tech speed. It's really amazing. It's actually faster than any startup that I've been part of, is that your administration moves even faster. So I just want to say thank you for having me be a part of it. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I love working for you. And thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you, David, very much. Appreciate it.
And now I just want to pass the ball to Secretary Besson.
Scott?
David, so today, when President Trump has signed the executive order to establish the strategic Bitcoin reserve and stockpile, we're going to position the United States as a leader among nations in the digital asset strategy. It's important for the United States to recognize this fact and get ahead of the other nations in the digital age. We applaud the President's direction to use the digital assets already in possession of the nation, and we are going to establish this Bitcoin reserve. We will use this authority to augment the asset side of the United States balance sheet. As I've said many times, President Trump is creating assets for the American people, while most past presidents have created debt, and a large part of this asset program can be in digital assets. We are going to end the regulatory weaponization against digital assets. The Biden administration's actions did nothing other than punish innovators, and that all of you have made it here today is really a testament to your fortitude. Much of Treasury's responsibility in this order relates to the tax code and determinations around risk weightings, and I'm here to assure you that we are going to work with the Controller of the Currency, the IRS, and we're going to rescind and amend all applicable previous guidance. And we are going to put a lot of thought into the stablecoin regime, and as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stablecoins to do that. Thank you.
Technology is at the foundation of the Trump presidency. He understands technology, he embraces technology, and he's going to use technology to drive America forward. The blockchain and Bitcoin technology are a key part of that thinking, and embracing that, and here today shows how much a leader the Trump administration and our president is. He understands it. He embraces it. As you said, you're a pioneer in this place, and this is where we're going. We're using the blockchain, we're using Bitcoin, we're going to use digital assets to pound forward, and Donald Trump is leading the way.
Hope you guys are ready for a boom. Hope you're ready for a boom.
Kelly, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is truly a historic day, and as a crypto founder, I couldn't be more proud to be part of your administration. You're moving at the speed of tech for sure, and I will just say it's a great day to have the war on not just crypto, but the war on innovation done. And under your administration, we are truly going to enter into the golden age. And I'll just say, as the administrator of the SBA, small business is a tremendous network that crypto can be deployed against, and so the SBA is open to crypto. So I look forward to working with all of the leaders in this room to advance your efforts here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much. Tom, please.
Well, Mr. President, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for the amazing team that you put together. I want to thank you for David. I mean, this kind of a meeting, no one in this room could have envisioned this just a couple years ago. You are the one that has the vision. You're the one that said we are going to do 21st century finance right here in the United States of America. I've been doing this for 9 years. It is amazing how far we've come, and that's a credit to you, Mr. President, and your leadership, and God bless you for doing this, because it's going to make a huge difference with everything else you're doing. And by the way, Americans love it. They're going crazy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Everybody else? Go ahead, please.
Does anyone want to say a couple of words? Cameron or Tyler, do you want to?
You're very shy in front
Actually,
of the camera.
Cameron, I think you said something earlier that I thought was really profound. You said that a year ago you thought it would be more likely that you'd end up in jail than at the White House. Not to put you on the spot, because you didn't do anything wrong, but that was the environment a year ago. But do you guys want to say something, either one of you?
Sure, that was actually Tyler who said that. but
Sorry, I still get mixed up.
But yeah, we never thought that we'd get attacked the way we did in our backyard after trying to do the right thing for so many years and always trying to raise the bar with respect to regulations. So it's truly wonderful to see how things have changed and how the pendulum has swung back in the way that it has. And we've always felt that the U.S. should lead in Bitcoin and crypto, and it's ours to sort of lead and win. And it's just wonderful what President Trump has been doing with this, and we look forward to working together. And thanks for inviting us, David, and setting this up.
Thank you. Thank you both. Please.
I was just going to say thank you, Mr. President. Cameron takes credit for a lot of my things I say, so it's not the first time. But the U.S. won the internet, and the U.S. should win crypto. So thank you for your leadership on this.
Thank you both very much. High IQ individuals around this table. That's what I always say. We need high IQ. So thank you very much. Would anybody like to say anything? Please.
Okay, we'll come right.
I just want to express my deep gratitude for the seriousness with which you're approaching our industry and how you're actually helping guide it in the right direction. I've worked with many central banks in other countries, and when I was working there, I was wondering why I, as an American citizen, can't help the United States financial system reach this higher level that the world is on course towards generally. Right. And so I'm very grateful that finally there's been a new level of kind of common sense and adoption of these ideas. Me and the other people in this room do believe that the crypto, blockchain, Web3 infrastructure is the next iteration of the financial system. And I think that the U.S. should have its leadership position continue in that new financial system. And I'm very, very happy to see people like David Sachs, Secretary Bessent, Secretary Lutnick taking this very seriously with their time, and very grateful to them too. So I'm just overjoyed to see this, and I think it is a big part of how the U.S. can continue its role in the global financial system. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I thought it was very important that we stay in the front of this one. This is a big one. And as you know, China is pushing forward and very strongly as usual. But we're way in the lead, as we are in AI and other things, and we want to stay there. So I thought this was very important, and we have some brilliant people sitting around this table. And it's an honor to have you involved, but we want to stay at the forefront of everything. And this is a very important day in your lives. I know you worked, some of you, very long before people really understood what was happening. And so I congratulate you, but this is a big day. Being in the White House is a big deal, and you have great support. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, media. Thank you. Please.
All right, as you see there, we were just listening into those remarks live there out of the White House as President Trump delivered remarks there at the White House Digital Asset Summit focusing on cryptocurrency. is a key marker, though, in the cryptocurrency's journey towards possible mainstream acceptance as well. Wanted to bring that to you here on Live Now from Fox. Thanks so much for being with us. We're going to be continuing on in the next few minutes with more of today's top stories. In fact, we do have a shot happening right now. The actor Gene Hackman, there's a live press conference going on right now discussing updates in his death and his wife's death that they were discovered in their New Mexico home. We'll be heading back to this in just a minute. We're going to step away for our first 2-minute break of the hour. Stay right here with us on Live Now.
Oh, I thought that was just gonna continuously be live. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to wait. We got a 2-minute break. Let's check in on the prices real quick. $239. $239. I sold a little bit at $255. Very little bit. I only sold like 600 XRP at $255, just because I thought this might happen, and because I needed to do something. So, but this thing could snap up at any time, or it could go down to $1.40 at any time. Let's see what BTC looks like. Same thing. Same exact thing. All right, 15 seconds left.
Thanks for staying with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Christina Evans. As promised before our 2-minute break, we're going to be going out to New Mexico now to get an update from those officials there on the death of Gene Hackman and his wife, the actor, beloved actor, that so many in the community are now mourning over. Of course, there have been a lot of updates that have been coming out about the death, and they're trying to investigate when, why, and how everything happened. Let's listen in to beginning of those comments as they are still speaking live right now. But I want to take you back to the very beginning to where this press conference started.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sheriff Adan Mendoza, Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office.
This occurs after a 1 to 8 week exposure
With the discovery of Mr. Hackman and Miss Arakawa and their dog at the residence. I just want to do a short recap and then touch on some new information. As we know, both individuals tested negative for carbon monoxide. City Fire conducted tests and deemed scene safe for deputies to conduct their investigation. The preliminary pacemaker interrogation results were released last week, and I'll let Dr. Giral touch more specifically on those results. The gas company New Mexico, they also did an analysis of the residence, and they found one minor leak in a single burner on the kitchen stove, which was 0.33% of room air, which was pretty minute and insignificant. Since that time, Xena, the deceased dog, has been taken for necropsy at the Veterinary Diagnostic Services, and we'll be awaiting those results. Let's speak a little bit in reference to the timeline for Betsy Arakawa. We know from our investigation that on February 9th, 2025, she picked up Xena from Gruta Veterinary Hospital. There was a procedure that was done with the dog, which may explain why the dog was in a crate at the residence. Let's move on to February 11th, 2025. Mrs. Arakawa had an email conversation with her massage therapist at about 11:21 a.m. Moving on into the afternoon, Ms. Arakawa was at the Sprouts Farmers Market between 3:30 and 4:15 p.m. Ms. Arakawa was seen on surveillance video at the CVS pharmacy in Santa Fe from 4:12 to 4:20 p.m. She then stopped at a local pet food store at about 4:54 p.m. Her car was seen on surveillance, and the remote control clicker that is assigned to her and her vehicle was used to enter the subdivision to gain access to the gated community at 5:15 p.m. Numerous emails were unopened on her computer on February 11th. There was no additional outgoing communication from her or known activity after February 11th, 2025. The cell phone information and the cell phone data is pending. We're working with state police to get the information from those phones, but our investigation shows that all the last known communication and activity from Ms. Arakawa was on February 11th. I'm gonna go ahead and turn over the podium to Dr. Gerald. I would ask that everybody refrain from asking questions until everybody has provided their statements. I'll step up to the podium and then we'll go ahead and field questions from the media. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. I'm Dr. Heather Gerald, the Chief Medical Examiner for New Mexico at the Office of the Medical Investigator. I'd like to begin by stating that it is unprecedented for the Office of the Medical Investigator to make public statements about death investigations. However, the circumstances surrounding these two deaths require accurate dissemination of important information. I've also spoken with the Hackman family prior to this conference, who are aware of the autopsy findings and conclusions and are aware of this conference. On Thursday, February 27th, I performed an autopsy on Mr. Gene Hackman. Medical examiner Dr. Daniel Gallego at the Office of the Medical Investigator performed a full autopsy on Miss Betsy Arakawa Hackman. Also on Thursday, February 27th. By report, Miss Arakawa Hackman's legal name is Betsy Hackman, which is how she will be referred to hereafter. The cause of death for Miss Betsy Hackman, aged 65 years, is hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. The manner of death is natural. Autopsy examination and full-body postmortem CT demonstrated no findings of trauma internally or externally, with microscopic findings consistent with hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. Laboratory testing was positive for hantavirus at a clinical lab, with required confirmation testing positive at Scientific Laboratories Division. Testing for COVID-19, influenza, and other common respiratory viruses was negative. Testing for carbon monoxide was negative. There were no other significant natural disease findings. Pills present on scene were thyroid medication, which were being taken as prescribed and is not currently a concern for a contributory cause of death. The cause of death for Mr. Gene Hackman, aged 95 years, is hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, with Alzheimer's disease as a significant contributory factor. Autopsy examination and a full body postmortem CT examination demonstrated no acute findings of internal or external trauma and showed severe heart disease, including multiple surgical procedures involving the heart, evidence of prior heart attacks, and severe changes of the kidneys due to chronic high blood pressure. Examination of the brain showed advanced Alzheimer's disease, as well as blood vessel changes in the brain secondary to chronic high blood pressure. Laboratory testing performed at scientific laboratories.
Man, I mean, he was older. He was 95. Wow. It's a good age. It's a good age. I really want to know what's going on with crypto, bro. Oh, I really want to know. I had no idea this was going to happen. Live now, President Trump cryptocurrency White House event. That's it. But now this is happening.
Scientific method to accurately determine the exact time or date of death. Mr. Hackman's initial pacemaker with subsequent pacemaker.
You never back down. You stand defiant, even in the face of an assassin's bullet. It's an inspiration to everyone in this room, I think. So it's.
We saw that already.
Expectations, how long should Americans expect things to cost a bit more?
Well, so far, Peter, there hasn't been very much because these numbers are coming out. We're here for just a little over 4 weeks. And these are fantastic numbers. I was watching some of the reports this morning. They were surprised. There could be some disturbance, a little bit of disturbance. I solved a little bit of that because I have respect for our auto companies, and I gave them a little bit of a 1 month reprieve because it was unfair, although I'm sure they'll take advantage of it. I see they're driving a lot of cars into the U.S. to try and avoid the tariffs, and they're taking advantage of it a little bit. But they called me, they asked me, they said, could they have a little bit of help? And I decided, they're American.
Yeah, I thought there would be more too, bro. Me too, bro.
Rate of the Honda.
Yeah, well, I'm just waiting for, I don't know, is it going to go back? I don't know. I'm waiting to see if there's more because it's still the title. It's still the title, so I'm waiting to see if there's more. Rojas. Bro, I opened up some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yo, I got some bangers, bro. I got Malice. Is it Malice? Yeah, Malice P, White Rabbit, the card that's on the packages when you open them. Bam. Y'all got some bangers, bro. Ryzeal Duo Drive. Bam, bro. I got some real bangers. Yeah, I opened up 20 packs from a 2020 set.
These viruses are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted from animals to humans. Hantaviruses are carried by rodents. The hantavirus found in New Mexico, the Sin Nombre virus, is found throughout the state, primarily in deer mice, but in other rodents as well. Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome is a rare disease caused by hantaviruses, but a small number of human infections are found every year in New Mexico. Over the past 5 years, New Mexico has confirmed between 1 and 7 hantavirus infections in humans each year. Through the end of 2024, we have identified 136 infections over the past 50 years in New Mexico residents, 5 of these in Santa Fe County. This is a serious disease. 42% of these infections here in New Mexico were fatal. Most transmission occurs around the patient's residence or workplace, and the New Mexico Department of Health typically conducts an environmental investigation at the residence of all hantavirus cases in our jurisdiction.
Should I long
this can help
which
identify
can be printed out of thin air. Guys, this is not what's done. This is not how it works. I'm a one-dimensional bullish long trader on Bitcoin. So the target for this break is pretty much exactly 100K. If we break above 90,000 with a 4-hourly candle close outside.
Specific areas that may. We assessed the risk of exposure in the primary.
Ooh, well, let's check out the 4-hourly. Yo, I'm holding hard, bro. Hold on, I want to see Bitcoin real quick on the 4-hour. Maybe I'll put a long in. Where's the 4-hour? Oh, okay, we need to close above the hourly. So, oh, above 90. Where is it? 90,000's up here. If we close above this, then we can long. I see.
Rodent urine or feces, especially in a poorly ventilated area, is key. Detailed guidance can be found on the New Mexico Department of Health and the CDC websites, but I will provide a very brief summary now. It is important to use gloves and a well-fitting N95 mask when around or cleaning rodent-infested areas, and to open any windows or doors for at least 30 minutes beforehand to increase ventilation. Spray the area thoroughly with a 10% bleach solution or a commercial disinfectant. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Next, clean the area with paper towels, then throw them away in a covered garbage can that is regularly emptied. Before removing gloves, wash your gloved hands with soap and water or with a disinfectant, and then after removing gloves, wash your hands again with soap and water. It's important to never sweep up or vacuum mouse droppings, since this can spread particles up into the air.
I just learned that from a quick YouTube search.
And how to reduce them is important for all New Mexicans. The New Mexico Department of Health extends our deepest condolences to the families and friends during this difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that'll conclude the statement.
Crypto? Back to crypto?
Take questions. I ask that there be one question per agency. And please state who you're directing the question to, as there's several individuals here at this conference. Sir.
Sheriff, just to clarify the timeline here, does this mean Gene Hackman was likely home with his deceased wife for a week before he passed away himself?
Yes, I would assume that is the case.
Do you believe, given his Alzheimer's status, that Mr. Hackman was able to live on his own and survive for those 7 days?
I think that's more a question, maybe for Dr. Jarrell.
Just to repeat so that everyone could hear, the question was, do we believe that Mr. Hackman was able to live on his own and survive? The answer to that question is that Mr. Hackman showed evidence of advanced Alzheimer's disease. I'm not aware of what his normal daily functioning capability was. He was in a very poor state of health. He had significant heart disease, and I think ultimately that is what resulted in his death. I was able to look at fluid to determine if he was dehydrated, and I did not see evidence of dehydration. I did see evidence of very poor kidney function, and I think he died as a result of his heart disease and with Alzheimer's being that contributing factor.
What about starvation?
The question was, what about starvation? So there was no food in his stomach, which means he had not eaten recently, but he had also no evidence of dehydration.
So based on your understanding of the progression of the Alzheimer's, do you believe that he was possibly not aware that his wife had died or didn't know what to do in that situation?
It's difficult to answer. The question was he aware that Ms. Hackman had died? And I think that question's difficult to answer.
Nuts. Got him! These nuts. Got him!
Hackman was found in the mudroom with his walking cane and sunglasses by him. Do you think there is a possibility?
Why do these people ask the dumbest questions? He was 95 years old. Let the man rest in peace.
What was happening at the time? And I don't know if we'll ever have the answer to that question, whether he was going to go for help or he wasn't. Sir?
Everyone always asks questions that can't be answered.
Answer the biggest questions you had about their death in this case. Is there anything else that you're really seeking?
Yeah, so the question is there any other big questions that are left? You know, I think a lot of questions were answered here today. I think there was, you know...
Yeah, a lot were answered. He was 95. I don't know how old his wife was, though. His wife was 63. Wow.
Or technology or emails, there's no indication of that. So right now there is no activity from Mr. Hackman.
Sheriff, do you know if his pacemaker was connected to some sort of monitoring service? If anyone tipped off that something was wrong?
The question was his pacemaker connected to a monitoring service? The answer to that is that his physician, one of his physicians had contacted me and told me that they could see the data from the 17th, but that to really get the most information from that would come from the interrogation of the pacemaker. And that's as much as I can answer, not being a cardiologist.
But they didn't say whether or not they were...
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they're going to continue covering it because it's the main title.
That was actually Tyler who said that. But
this is a big one, the forefront of everything. And this is a very important day in your lives. I know you worked, some of you, very long. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, media. Thank you. Please.
Oh, okay, it's not being covered anymore. So that was just for the media to see who was there and everything. That's going to be a private meeting. So that's it. Apparently that's it. Yeah. So when he was gesturing for the media to leave, that's all they were allowed to cover because that is going to be a private meeting, that crypto. So we're going to have to wait to see what Brad Garlinghouse, the Winklevoss twins, or Michael Saylor, or any one of those guys who make YouTube videos that are there. We're going to have to see what they say about it after the meeting. So that's what we're going to have to wait for. You have a succeed run this year, my dog. Yo, live feed, I appreciate you, bro. I hope so as well. I hope so as well, my man. Yeah, so that's what we're going to have to wait for. We're going to have to wait probably for Michael Saylor to put out a video. But until then, whoa. Definitely drugs involved. All right. Where's my crypto videos? Everyone is wrong about what's coming.
What we've done is erode all the opportunity out of the whole thing.
And maybe that's the good thing. Maybe we've actually finally reached the bottom of this. So some stuff will survive, but I think what we've done is
Yo. Stacked. She was stacked.
Is hyperscaled this cycle, destroyed all of the excess gains that were possible, and that's hopefully the end of a lot of this. And we can then have a cleaner market.
The market just erased a massive amount of fake.
He said, and then we can have a cleaner market.
Is this a scam? I ordered gold from Temu to get ultra rich, but the gold bars seemed smaller than normal. But when I picked one up, it felt like it was heavy, like real gold, which made total sense because every bar showed 99.99% purity. And sure enough, when I weighed one, it weighed as much as 5 tiny gold bars. But since they were a bit too small for my liking, I decided to give them all to my pet bug. I'm sure he feels like a billionaire now.
Bro's got a stink bug. That is gross. Gross. What? Turn the light on? Yeah. It's off? Yeah. You want Poppy turn it on? Yeah. I'm playing it. You want to play? Alright, Poppy, come turn it on. Yeah, take your headset off. No, I don't need, I can leave it on to turn your Hey. Yeah. Let's do your diaper first. Alright, let's do your diaper, and then we'll play. Skipping? You like skipping? All right. Oh, had to change a diaper. I was like, whoa. I know, right? Whoa. What is this?
5'8" and 13 inches, there's no way.
Yes, there is. And if you don't know how to take a business to the next level...
This is the biggest I've ever seen in real life, but this is fine. It's completely fine.
Yes, I know.
I don't know about you, but less than 9 inches is not enough for me. I need 9 inches.
If you're starting a business...
This is what my setup looks
Damn, girl, chill.
like. Got that strap pulling that way. This one's pulling that way. Let's get to cranking this thing and let's see if just the tension alone pulls this dent out somewhat. Big dent. I can already tell this thing is ready. I'm just gonna try to pull this thing out with my hands. All right, let's see. Boom. Now we're gonna push. Here we go. As you can see, there's some damage to the edge. That's what she looks like. And just to show you that it wasn't painted, there's a little chip right there. She's smooth! This is what my setup looks like. Got that strap pulling that way.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, because what the hell? Doug Polk, where's Frank EC? Poker, so funny.
This is a beautiful angle of Tiger Woods' driver swing. What do we see from his? We see the biggest thing that most amateur golfers get wrong, which is not allowing you to shift before you turn. Remember, the golf swing is a shift, then a turn.
A shift, then a turn.
That dude's ballin', son. In 2001, Jeffrey was forced to auction off his personal possessions after using the country as a piggy bank, spending an average of $747,000 a day for 10 years, on top of the $17 billion in gifts to friends and family. He lives in a palace with 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, 5 swimming pools, a mosque, a banquet hall that holds 5,000 people, and a 110-car garage. When he turned 50, the Sultan built a stadium, invited Michael Jackson to perform in it, and paid him $17 million for 3 concerts. Here and abroad, the brothers are infamous for their sex parties and their harems composed mainly of underage girls. Wow. Wild. That amount of money that he's spending, that is so crazy. That dude's
Filled with underage girls. Yep, that's what's going on in the world. That's what's going on in the world.
And welcome back to the crypto. Now, if we know anything about Switzerland, and we're dealing with the...
Damn, my boy got a sniff. You got the sniffles. Let's go to my subscriptions. Anybody putting out some good stuff? Let's see. I can't believe this all in crypto guy. Wow. He went big quick. I remember when he first started. He started years after me. 15 minutes ago.
Live. This is at the US Crypto Summit in the White House. It's in the middle of the night. I rather want to go sleep, but what is going to happen right now? We can see a Sell the News event.
Cameron or Tyler, do you want to? Actually, Cameron, I think you said something earlier that I thought was really profound. You said that a year ago you thought it would be more likely that you'd end up in jail than at the White House.
Yep, Michael Saylor's there. Actually, you know what? I want to see if Crypto... I want to see if he put out anything else. I want to see if he put anything else out after that. Videos.
Today for the Bitcoin backlinks on my analytics on YouTube. I truly appreciate it. It helps to spread the news. They are not selling any Bitcoin, where the confiscated Bitcoin go inside, and where they are putting additionally purchased Bitcoin in.
All right, so...
Oh, God. Andre Jick, who knows nothing about crypto, always has to weigh in.
Imagine the U.S. government, California, and they purchased Alaska. Realize the digital... When I first got into setting an example, and real USD from Ripple, someone like Brad Garlinghouse, for example, would play a huge role in influencing that space. So those are digital right now and respond in a need Apple shares to survive financial collapses, international banking crises, or economic warfare between countries. But a digital, uninflatable, untouchable store of value that could give value to the US dollar, that's something the US might actually need at a later.
Yeah, I know. I called this years ago. I said that what is it called? All right, so you know how there's 100 billion XRP, right? And there's 50 million in like an escrow. I'm almost confident the US has, I would say, almost been in on this since the very beginning, or was written for them to be in on this, that they are going to get a pretty much probably that escrow, and it's going to help clear the US debt. XRP in the United States of America, this thing has been since the very beginning. This is why the SEC went so hard on them. This is why Rosie Rios is on the board, the ex-Treasury United States. I mean, when you see all the big banks in the U.S. and they're on the board of Ripple, and I mean, come on, man, come on. And you see the UN, the United Nations, like you see all the big places, like all these places that are in with Ripple. I mean, come on. It's so easy. I can't believe people could not see this, that were like looking at this space. And you got all these other people who are like, oh, crypto is all about DeFi and screw the government. You freaking idiots. What are you going to do with anarchy and chaos? What are you going to do with that? You going to be the president of Moronville? People are so stupid, I swear to God. Anyway, I'm here. I'm riding the XRP rocket into outer space. Me, Marley, Henry, and Luna, we are going to ride this thing right into outer space. Let's see how XRP is doing, because that is my number one investment. $2.41. It's written out already. We're just watching it play out. You know it, bro. It is already written. It is already written. All right, I'm out of here. I got stuff to do. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Peace.
I got zeroed out my membrane, you keep calling me insane. Every single day more XRP is what I obtain. No more cash, no more cars, only QR codes. No more proof of work, we running validated nodes. This is the life that I chose. They look at the cons, I look at the pros. I'm always bullish and it shows. Now you wanna ask about XRP, I am not telling. Now you want some of my XRP, I am not selling, it's not for sale. Honestly, I just wish you well, cause I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. XRP taking the lead, come equipped with institutional speed. XRP giving the go to proceed, don't listen to FUD, I know they mislead. Try to tell them but I know they don't care. ODL, no nothing compared. Back in the day I was willing to share, now I don't have any left to spare. Source of liquidity on demand, try to tell them but they don't understand. Holding my ledger right here in my hand, see the signs it was already planned. Digital economy, it's already here. I'm talking about the moon, they think I majored in astrology. Haters talking trash, I think they majored in garbology. Focus on my future, so I invest in technology. Number one is where we ranking. Come on. And if you don't have XRP, then I do not know what you thinking. This the time, this the year, this the place to be. Hard and strong all day long, doing it faithfully. Keep that negative energy far away from me. It's not our fault that we seeing something that you can't see. I got my hands on some on-demand liquidity, and I'ma hold on to it now into infinity. This the greatest wealth transfer the world will ever see. But I'm not talking, I'm about to go buy me more XRP. Cause I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life, and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life, and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. Ow. I'm XRP for well. L for well. L. I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life, and that's forever. Can't you tell? Can't you tell?